Welcome back to my channel, everybody. This week we are going to be going through the American Duchess Simplicity Outlander stays. They're based on 18th century stay models, and mine are going to be constructed with a silk remnant that was in my stash and some linen that I had from doing some other stays previously. I ended up going back and forth whether I wanted to do this by hand or by machine. I started doing a hybrid, and eventually I just decided that I wanted to do it all by hand and unpicked all of that machine stitching you're seeing in this picture. It was a lot easier to base the edges together for the different parts and do some pad stitching to keep the layers from shifting as I pulled out the machine sewing and then came back in and did a double running stitch to keep everything in place. You might also know of that as a back stitch. But there's a lot of great tailoring manuals you can learn more about that technique in. And ultimately, I think you'll agree when you see the next slide that it just made a much more clean and finished image. I liked not having the mix of machine and hand sewing because I was using a slightly bulkier hand sewing thread. It's a wool silk blend thread. I don't know if you can even get it anymore. But all of my boning got cut to size for the different channels, and I redrew the channel lines compared to what the original pattern had. I also had to do a couple fitting adjustments just to kind of try and figure some stuff out, and at the time I was fitting it, I didn't have a 18th century ship, so I was fitting it over my 16th century. For those purposes, it worked really well, and once I got all of this portion done, I moved on, and you're going to hear April 2020 Meredith going through this here in just a second.
Okay, so I just finished trimming down all of the pieces of boning so that they're the right lengths for the boning channels on the set of stays. It is time to gather up everything, go outside, and we're going to use my lovely red threaded drill bit to round off the edges of these so they're not poking through all of my channels and my binding.
When it came to putting the binding onto these stays after that entire ordeal with using zip ties as boning, I actually ended up needing to wait for the ribbon that I had ordered from Burley and Trowbridge to get here from Virginia. This was starting at around April. The pandemic was starting to see some serious delays in our shipping. But by the time it got here and I got to go and stab stitch that beautiful thing in, I was so excited. And there's our finished set of stays. They're actually fitting a little bit loose compared to where they were at last year, but I've got some room. I can still lace them down a bit, and I'm super happy with where they're at.
I've been having fun with these stays. I'm glad I got to share some of that experience with all of you at home. And I did not record any of the footage of me trying to adjust the sizing on these or the fit, mostly because this is where the neckline ended up. Actually, I'm not terribly pleased with the fact that it's peeking up there at the points, so I'll probably snip that and have them go down and do more of a curve like you see in Patterns of Fashion. But the way it was hitting, it was actually like, so if nipple line is half on your bust, it was like a quarter down from that on me, which just felt really uncomfortable and didn't make sense for the time period. So there's my fit reasoning for why you guys didn't get to watch all of that. I hope that you have fun. I'm gonna put the exact pattern that I used to alter down in the description below. That way you guys can go and look it up if you want to give it a go. I just have some odd proportions, so that's why I ended up doing some alterations. We kind of went over that with the waistcoat video back in December, right? But whether you're new or old, I want to say thank you. I hope that you're having a marvelous February and enjoying all the historical underwear on my channel this month. Next week, we're going to have the 18th century petticoat making of that you guys saw at the end of this video. That way we kind of get through my 18th century underwear, and we'll see what other last minute underwear projects I want to wrap up for the end of the month. But I hope you all have a marvelous weekend. Hit the like button. It really means so much. And go ahead and subscribe if you want to hang around for more historical experiments and sewing adventures. Have a great day. Bye. Hi. How are you? Oh, is it time for all the puppy loves? All the puppy loves in the stays. Yes, it's time to love on the mama. Hi. Hi, sweetie. I got your feet. Why aren't you turning off?